back to my channel. So in today's video I decided I'm going to film finally a Halloween video since Halloween is actually in a few days, which is super exciting. But I've been kind of contemplating back and forth what I wanted to be for Halloween, and I finally decided I kind of wanted to be a sort of creepy-ish me version of a doll. So that's what I'm going to go for today in this video. I wanted to make sure that I do it using products that I had in my collection, so just using eyeshadows and eyeliners and regular stuff that you would have in your everyday collection, so you don't have to go out and buy special Halloween costume makeup or anything like that. This is just stuff that you can use right from your makeup collection that you already have. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm actually just kind of winging it. I don't exactly know what I want to do just yet, and I'm pretty sure that when the day actually comes, I'm going to change it about 1,000,000 times, and it's not going to look anything like it does today, but I figured I would just give you guys a somewhat sort of accurate version. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to make this as good as I possibly can. Alright, let's go. Okay, so first to start off with, I am using my Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer, I believe. I just want to try to stay as matte as I possibly can, so I'm using a blurring primer just to kind of make my skin look more perfect, since I am going for that sort of doll-like appearance. Now I'm using the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream, and just because honestly I'm gonna be out all night and I don't want to feel like I have a bunch of makeup on my face, so I'm using something that's kind of light. But if you want to go for a more full coverage look, feel free to do so. And also, I just want to add that I did not have a foundation or any type of cream product that was light enough to be like a porcelain doll, so I kind of just went with what I had, which is not super pale, so sorry that it's not super doll-like, but I did the best that I could. Now I'm just concealing all of my acne, and yeah. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm going to be highlighting the normal highlighting spots. I'm kind of just setting a base layer like I would normally do. Yeah. Oh, and the concealer I used before was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. translucent powder, and I'm just going to set everything down because, like I said, I want to be super matte because I am a doll. So I'm using that to set my concealer and my foundation and hopefully lighten up the foundation a little bit. That was my hope, but it didn't actually lighten anything, so that sucks. My Rimmel Stay Matte powder and just making myself look even more matte because, you know, I already said it multiple times, but I just want to be really matte. Now I'm taking my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm using the lightest shade, not the contour shade, but the highlight shade, and then the banana shade, and just putting that all over my face. And then taking 2 of the contour shades and trying to contour my face to look more, you know, doll-like, I guess. Not really doll-like, but kind of just trying to define my cheekbones a little bit more and my jawline, just so I can look more quote-unquote perfect, I guess. And also for this look, you're gonna notice that I couldn't decide between being like a porcelain doll and like a fabric type of doll with like stitches and stuff, so I kind of just went with both because honestly, like, it's your creation, it's your Halloween costume, so feel free to do whatever you want. It doesn't have to make perfect sense, it doesn't have to be perfect, just do what you want to do. Now I'm just taking those highlight shades and I'm highlighting underneath that contour I did and like on my forehead and stuff, and now I'm taking the Tarte Pro palette, and I'm going to take this grayish color, and I'm going to put that in my crease. but I actually wasn't planning on doing that first, and you'll see in a minute I actually apply a red shade over that because I wanted to have red on my lid first, but I messed up. So I'm taking my Morphe 35L palette and taking that bright red shade and going over that gray shade with that really quickly. After I applied that, I'm going back into that gray shade and applying more of that on top of the red. I kind of just want there to be like a gradient with the red to the gray. The gray is actually just a transition shade for black, but you never really want to go in straight away with black because it's very easy to mess up that way. So I recommend going in with a lighter color first and then going in with the black. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side, except not putting the gray on first, and yeah. Now I am taking the black on this kind of flat-ish brush so I can really pack it on the lid. I'm just packing it on the outer corner, dragging it into the crease, and then also packing it sort of onto the inner corner, or into the inner corner. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, just try to go light with the black. I kind of didn't, but it's easier to add on more eyeshadow than take away the eyeshadow, so just remember that when you're creating any type of Halloween makeup look, that it's easier to add than to take away. And now I'm just taking these two white shades and I am putting those right in the center where I kind of left it blank so I can not have my eye too dark. Yeah. For me, the goal wasn't to look super doll-like, I guess. My goal was kind of just to look creepy. I feel like that was my overall goal. Now I'm just taking that black eyeshadow and I am lining my lash line. And then I'm going to take that gray color and I'm going to smoke that out on the bottom lash line, and then I'm also going to take that black shade and use like a angled brush and line my lower lash line with that, just to kind of deepen up my lower lash line, make my eyes look dark and creepy, because like I said, that's my overall goal. So if at the end of this you're like, you don't really look very doll-like or porcelain-like, that really wasn't my goal because I didn't have the products to achieve that. But if you want to go that route and get those products to make yourself really look like a doll, please do, because I think that would look really cool. So now I'm just going to take some red eyeshadows and I'm going to kind of create these like blood looking tears, or like blood stains from where I was crying blood, something like that. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm winging this, so I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. Whatever comes to my mind, I did. So yeah, I'm just taking a lighter color and then I go in with like a deeper kind of brownish red to sort of look more like blood. And yeah, creating these little teardrop stains on my face. Now I'm going to kind of create the stitch, and this is where it kind of gets confusing, just because I did like a stitch and then I did like a crack in my forehead, and it can look kind of weird because those are two different types of dolls, but like I said, do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, honestly, just whatever you feel looks good, just do it. So the stitch was actually pretty difficult. I kept messing up, so finally I just gave up with it and just went with whatever I felt looked good enough. Now I'm creating the crack on my forehead, and for this I'm just using black eyeshadow as well. I'm just kind of drawing out the shape that I want. For this I messed up a few times and I changed the shape, but you'll see. So now I'm just outlining the outside of the crack with some more black eyeshadow to kind of create like a shadow and make it look like it's kind of a part of my head instead of just like a drawing on my head. So I'm attempting to do that. I actually practiced this beforehand, this technique, and it turned out a lot better the first time around. So this one kind of didn't turn out as good, but you know, it's just Halloween. It's really not a huge deal. So I'm just kind of darkening it up a little bit so it looks more realistic, I guess. Sorry if I sound weird in this voiceover. I'm really tired right now. And I'm also adding some white in between the crack and then the lines that I created to add some more like highlighting points and like definition to make it look like it's popping out a little bit better. Now I'm going to go in with the mouth line, so I'm just taking some more black eyeshadow from my Tarte's palette and creating these upward like smile lines to kind of mimic sort of a doll that has like stitched smile lines. I don't know. See, this is where I kind of did a little bit of both, the porcelain and the like stitched doll. Stitched, not stitch. So now I'm just creating the look of smaller, more like yeah, just smaller lips like a doll would normally have. So yeah, I'm just using black eyeshadow. So now I'm just taking this red lipstick, but I realized after I put it on that it was really pink looking. So I actually end up going over the lipstick with an eyeshadow, which you'll see in a minute. I go over it with like this reddish, brownish eyeshadow to kind of make it look darker because I didn't have a dark lip color like that. So eyeshadow always does the trick, but it is very drying. So now I'm just creating like stitch marks on the lines of my mouth. Doing more blending, shading, not going too crazy with this because then I don't know how to talk, guys. Now I'm creating like a blood stain down my mouth. And just remember, guys, this isn't professional Halloween makeup or anything like that. This is just makeup I have in my collection, and this is sort of like an easy way to do Halloween makeup, so yeah. Just darkening up my contour a little bit and adding more black eyeliner on the inner corners of my eyes because my eyes weren't looking dark enough in my opinion, so yep, doing that. I don't know how to do voiceovers. And then just deepening up the black eyeshadow so it looks darker. Now curling my eyelashes, I'm going to apply some L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara to make my eyelashes look longer. Now on Halloween I'm probably going to wear false lashes, but I didn't have any at the moment, so I just kind of put on mascara and left it like that. And now I'm just taking some black eyeshadow and shading the outsides of my lips to make them look darker and whatever. And now I'm putting my hair into sort of high pigtails. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great Halloween. Bye guys, see you in my next video.